Hello, welcome to the Model TV, where you have videos of millinery crafts and wedding accessories. And welcome to my series of wedding fascinators, simple wedding fascinators. So have you subscribed to my channel? If no, do well to subscribe, turn up the notification button, ensure that you like this video before you leave, share and leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so the fascinator you saw earlier on is just a simple bow, which I use ordinary crinoline and bias to design. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can make it simple, quiet, you can make it calm, you can make it look cocky, like proud. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm simply passing my copper wire through the crinoline. So this is like 1.5 yard of crinoline that I'm using here. I may not even use all at the end of the day because it will be so long and big. So if you need something very loud and simple, you can do this for your wedding fascinator. And also you may decide to attach a veil or a knit. When I say a veil, I mean a conventional bridal veil, like the fabric. You can attach it to this bow and it becomes your wedding fascinator or your wedding veil. So assuming you are doing a custom wedding dress and you don't want any conventional thing, you just want your simple bow and a veil, you can do it yourself. It's very simple. Okay, so if you look at crinoline, you see that it has one edge of the crinoline has a rope that you can drag to style your crinoline. Why am I telling you this? What I'm doing with the copper wire is just like passing a rope through this crinoline, and the copper wire is sharp, so you just push it in from the beginning to the end of your crinoline on both sides. Alternatively, you can decide to use your millinery wire depending on what you want. If you want your bows to stand very straight the way you keep it, fine, you can use your millinery wire. You want it to look very proud, yeah, millinery wire will give you that. So for me, I just needed something not very straight, so I used the copper wire. Have you liked this video yet? If you haven't, please just like the video at this point and leave a comment for me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. What's your opinion? Will you like to try this out? Does this fit the definition of unconventional wedding fascinator? I'd love to hear from you, so just leave a comment for me in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. As we begin this series, I'll be uploading videos of how to make very simple wedding fascinators. Okay, so let's continue. The design is very simple. So I've reached the end of my crinoline. I've passed the copper wire through the crinoline from the beginning to the end. That is one side of it. I'll now have to turn to the other side to do same. So after passing the copper wire through the crinoline, the next step is to put gum on our bias. That is what we will use to do the finishing of the edges of the crinoline. Remember, you can't let it naked. You can't allow it to be naked. You have to embellish it with a bias, a ribbon, or what have you, pizza charm, what have you. Depends on what you want. You can pay attention to this. Okay, so how do we do this? You just put your gum on your bias all through. Make sure you put it especially on the edges so that it will hold firmly and doesn't pull off. So this is just putting the gum on the bias. So don't leave just yet. We still have a lot to learn, like how to put your bow together. It's simple, but you can learn something new along the line. So after allowing your gum to dry for a while, you just allow it for a while so that it will dry. You now use it to cover the edges of the crinoline. It's very simple, like I said, just bap 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 and your fascinator is ready. It doesn't take much time. It's simple, it's easy, you can do it yourself. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this is called piping. You use your bias to pipe the crinoline from the beginning to the end. You press it down carefully, ensure that the copper wire is properly covered. Okay, with this, we are almost done with the piping. It's just to pipe the other side of the crinoline briefly and it's done. So this video is very brief. I will encourage you watch it till the end and see how we will get the bow together and get it done with. Remember to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and most importantly, interact with me in the comment section. Just leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. So at this point, all you need to do is to cut out the excess crinoline. Like it's not as if it's excess. That part that is rough, you just cut it off. You may decide to use your bias and pipe it, but if it is not flowing out, you can let it be because it will be inside and it will not show, and at the end of the day you will use trimming to cover it up. So at this point, let's put our bow together. You just hold it, fold it to the right, fold it to the left, and hold the center. If you want any part of the edges to flow out, you let it down. Okay, if you don't want it, you still fold it in again. All right, so it is just a simple, very simple bow. It's not hard. So the essence of that copper wire was so that I can stretch out the edges of the bow and they will be bold. I don't know if you understand, like they will just stand. I want it to stand. It will stand proudly, and it will stand. But if you don't desire the standing, the proud look, you can just use it without attaching any copper wire or any millinery wire. You just use your normal crinoline, use your bias and pipe it, and you have your bow, your beautiful bow. So at this point, I'm using my thread and my needle to sew the center up. You may decide not to sew with thread and needle. You can use your gum and your bias, bias as well to hold it down. You can use trimming to wrap around it, like to tie around the center. It will still be beautiful. Anyway, anyhow you want it, it's your creativity. You can use it and it will still come out very, very fine. So at this point, I want this other edge to flow out. Yes, this is how I want it. So I'm cutting off the excess rough edges. So I'll now use my bias with gum to pipe this other part. Okay, pipe it and still have a neat look. So that is it. With this, our design is almost ready, although I'll be doubling my crinoline bow. So I'll use a 2-inch crinoline to make a smaller bow and put on it. You can do this bow like 3, you can do like 4 layers depending on what you want. You can make it smaller, then with more than 2 to 3 layers. It will be unique. So whatever you decide, however you want it, you just give it your own personal touch, something different. Yes. So with this, our edge is properly covered, and we move to the next part of this design. So I'm forming another bow with my 2-inch crinoline, and I'm done. So I'll just place it up here using my thread and my needle. I'll place the second bow. This is it. Very simple, very unique, the way you want it. Even if you want to combine the colors, like you want to use a different color up here, it's up to you. Before you know it, you get some glorifying comments like, wow, this looks good. You say thank you here and there. So however you want it, you put it together, sew it up, and your fascinator is out, ready and unique. At this point, I'll be using this small trimming to wrap around the center. You can use a brooch, you can use your bias, you can use stones, yes, anything that you can think of. You can even use another crinoline, like this 2-inch crinoline. You may decide to use it on the center and wrap around. Whatsoever you can think of, a brooch, stone, another crinoline, bias, whatever, you can use it and do your finishing on the center, and I bet you it will be unique. So we are done with the trimming. We now put our clip. You see this clip, just put your candle gum on it and stick it to the clean, and you're done. You can as well use a comb if you wish to. You can use a comb, but I wanted to say you can use elastic band, but if you are using it for a bridal purpose, like you use it at the tail end of your packed hair, you don't need Alice band, you don't need elastic. It is more suitable to use this clip, or you use your comb if you are using this fascinator for a bridal purpose. So this is our finished work. Sorry, I can't pack the hair on this image, but if I'm using it on my head, I'll pack the hair and show you how it will look like on a bridal hair. So thank you for watching this video. Leave a comment for me in the comment section. See you in my next video. Love you.